Hi team, and welcome back. It's gonna start to ramp up here on the pig farm. You may have seen from the title and thumbnail, I go a bit ham.
Pun intended.
On the wood and stone. We'll get into that a bit later. It's winter of year 1. My oak resin is ready to be harvested. The silos are decently full. I immediately turn those oak resin into kegs. I take care of my animals, which I do daily, but I won't show every time. I got the kegs into my shed, and then I went over to Robin to build silo number 11. And that is the last silo I will build. And it fits perfectly right there. And then I harvested wood because, you know, I'm gonna need a lot of it. And the hardwood. I spent some time working on the layout of the farm, something that I've done previously and will continue to do for a while. So I'm just putting down stone paths to make my main walkways. I went fishing to finish out the community center, and I need to catch the sturgeon. And a long while later, lots of treasure. Come on, there it is. I finished out the fish tank at the community center. Oh good, the glittering boulder will be removed and I can pan for ore. That's the most helpful. And then I finished the pantry. Yeah. Now I get the greenhouse, which actually is very helpful. Thank you, Junimos. And to round it out, I finished off the bridge repair room. The kids' room, the activity room, craft room, whatever that room is. And as you can see, all I'm missing in the community center is duck feather, mackie roll, and truffle. Played with the Junimos for a little while. They're so darn cute. I put the beehives down. Not that I really need them, but there you go. I found Krobus hiding behind this bush. He is not very good at hide and seek. The Junimos finished the greenhouse and other things overnight. It only shows one of the things that they do. So in that cutscene, they showed the greenhouse. The next day, after doing a few chores, I went into the barn and sold all the animals in there. So I had collected what I needed from them, and then any little extra that I had put into a bin. And I didn't need them anymore because this is the pig farm. This isn't the pig/cow/goat farm. So they aren't needed anymore. Sorry, buddies. And I cut down the apple and pomegranate trees, which I felt really bad doing, but what you gonna do? Don't need them there either. After a little while of moving things around and trying to figure out what layout I wanted for that upper area of the farm, I didn't have that area planned out. It was just the bottom half with the pig pens that I planned out. I got my sheds and my greenhouse placed where I wanted them. And I'm just gonna do the 2 sheds filled with kegs. Not gonna be anything ridiculous like True Perfection in 2 years where I had, was it 7 sheds filled with kegs? And I still need the kegs for money, so I'll still be continuing to do that. It's gonna be super expensive to make all the barns. I built another barn, but it was becoming clear that I may need to rebuild the coop since I still needed the duck feather. Especially if I didn't find it at the traveling cart lady. So I will start going there to look for those missing items. I worked on the greenhouse to get it ready for crops. I went to Sandy and bought a bunch of star fruit because that is what I would be planting in the greenhouse. I don't have the ancient fruit seed, so star fruit it is. Chopped down the trees there. And then I went back to the valley, to the greenhouse to get everything hoed and planted. The starfruit seeds are so pretty. I like them. So I would spend a couple of days getting this upper area ready for crops. Those tiles are where I'll put sprinklers. I also kept up with the wine and juice and all the farm chores that will need to be done daily. That's a decent amount of pumpkin juice. I thought I had the sprinklers where I wanted, but I realized I can't hoe those upper dirt spots, so I had to move everything down a tile. There I am trying to hoe it. I can't, so there's no point in having the sprinkler up there. So everything is going to get shifted down. I have to take out part of my stone main pathway there. But then things were there where I needed them to be, and I figured I would replace the stone paths later. I got the scarecrows placed, and that area is all set up and ready to go for spring. So that is the area that I'll have for crops going forward. And then I just needed to work on the pig pens in the bottom area. The pumpkin juice is bringing in some decent money. And with the greenhouse going, I'll have the starfruit that I'll turn into starfruit wine, so that'll really help too. I checked the traveling cart lady, but no luck finding my feather or Mackie roll. Not worried about the truffle because I'll have pigs soon, and so that'll take care of that. Now here I'm working on the fences, and okay, this took a while. I did go to Robin and keep her working, moving the barns and building new ones. I am just trying to get the barns placed. And then I realized that I didn't leave enough room for them. And it ends up taking me a long time to get this whole area exactly how I wanted it. Planning it out definitely helped. But once I got in game and realized I needed to shift things around just a little bit and remove some fences, it just became a little bit more complicated. So that is what I mean by it taking a while. Then I bought some wood. Not a ton yet. We'll get there. The fences, though, that was a lot of shifting things around. Building, destroying, more building, harvesting wood. Making sure to harvest the secret woods because of using up so much hardwood, of shifting things around all the time. If you chop down a fence the same day that you build it, you'll get the fence back, but if you leave it for a day, you won't get the fence back. So I would lose some of them too. And yes, just keeping up with the farm chores, making sure that I'm working on my pumpkin juice and my crystallariums, building kegs. Adding the kegs and filling those too. So now is the time when I start buying an obscene amount of wood. And while I do that, I'll explain the barn requirements. A regular barn takes 3 days to build, costs 6,000 gold, 350 wood, and 150 stone. Upgrading it to the big barn takes 2 days, 12,000 gold, 450 wood, and 200 stone. The final upgrade, the deluxe barn, takes 2 days, 25,000 gold, 550 wood, and 300 stone. This means that each barn I build and upgrade to the maximum will take 43,000 gold, 1,350 wood, and 650 stone. Okay, now times that by 25, and that's what I was going for. That's a lot of gold, wood, and stone. I'll go more into the wood and stone later, you'll see. After all that shopping, I had Robin make another barn. I gotta keep her busy. I slept for 2 days, harvested kegs, went to the cart lady. She did not have what I needed. Super disappointing. I waited patiently this time for Robin to open, and you guessed it, built another barn. And after that barn is placed, and she's working on it, I went to bed again. I had another day of checking the cart lady and no luck. She has good stuff, it's just not what I need. Like a lot of those items actually could go in the community center. More sleeping. More waiting for Robin. And then when she opens, more building a barn. You note a pattern yet? My star fruit was ready, so I picked those and planted more. And I will continue to keep the greenhouse going with star fruit for a while. The cart lady did not have what I wanted again. And back at Robin's, I got her to build a barn for me again. It's really starting to look insane, and I love it. Cart lady was a bummer again. I was starting to realize that I might have to upgrade the house and get those ducks, even though I really didn't want to bother with it. And I had a coop, but I destroyed it already, so that was probably a huge mistake. I made some more kegs, and I put them in the shed. And then that is those 2 sheds both filled with kegs, so I don't need to make any more kegs. And now I will talk about the stone and wood situation because I'm buying a ton. By the way, on Xbox, you can't buy stacks of wood and stone in 999. You have to hold down the button. This takes forever. But while I'm doing that, stone costs 20 gold per stone for year 1 and goes up to 100 gold per stone in year 2. This is why it's good to get it done in year 1. For 1 wood, it's 10 gold in year 1 and 50 gold in year 2. So a stack of 999 stone costs 19,980 gold, and a stack of 999 wood costs 9,990 gold. In this visit, I completely filled my inventory with stone and wood, but there is more coming, don't worry. And then I got another barn going. And I went home and put all the stone and wood away, which actually was so much that I had to move things around because I didn't really have room. Okay, and then I went back to Robin for more wood and stone. A lot more. And while I'm walking back, I will give you the breakdown. In this episode, I bought 14.5 stacks of 999 stone for a total of 14,485-ish stone. It's not exactly, but that's roughly what I bought. This cost a total of 287,700 gold. For wood, I bought 29.5 stacks, roughly, for a total of 29,470 wood. And that cost a total of 294,700 gold. Now, this is just for the materials. It also costs 43,000 gold per barn and 13,000 gold per pig. And we'll get to the pigs pretty soon. On the 25th, I decided to attend the Festival of the Winter Star, or whatever it's called. I checked Pierre, but nothing was really different or special there. I have Haley as my secret gift giver person and gave her a coconut, her favorite. And Abigail was my secret gift giver person. Well then, don't just stare at it, open it up. Abigail gave me a ruby, which is a pretty decent gift. It's not 20 farm warp totems, but it's pretty good. I didn't stick around to have dinner with the town because I just don't care. You can't really do that anyway, but I just went home right after and went to bed. And the final few days went by quickly. No such luck at the cart lady. And I harvested more hardwood. Build another barn. And bought a whole bunch of bombs from the dwarf. Now that I actually have some money, I can buy a decent amount of bombs. And then I decided to go to the Skull Cavern. And I don't remember why. It's possible to get ore, probably ore, but I could also have just wanted to get out and do something. Warp totems! And you know what? I'll take that. I like getting warp totems in the treasure chests. Especially when you don't have the return wand. Another check of the cart lady, and big surprise here, not what I wanted. Again, decent items, just not stuff that I needed. I went to Sandy and gave her a gift. A flower from the valley. And then I bought a whole bunch of rhubarb for the spring. So rhubarb is what I will be planting in that upper crop area. And that is all for this one. If you've liked the video and the series, please hit the like button and leave me a comment and subscribe for more. It all really helps me out. Thanks for watching. Bye!